what I learned. So I learned a lot about the eligibility process through this project. I learned about the eligibility criteria and the 3 different sections of the criteria. Before this project, I haven't really looked into the eligibility checklist because I really haven't had a need to. So I never really thought about the first category being those internalizing behaviors, and the second and third being those outward behaviors, those external behaviors that we can see. I also learned about all the assessments that go into emotional behavioral disorders, which, again, I haven't had much experience because I don't have any students with EBD on my caseload, so haven't had to evaluate for it yet. So I also learned about the questions that we should ask when determining placement for students with EBD. I really like the questions in the research-based practice in special ed that they ask about placement and the LRE. So what benefits of placement in the general education setting with supplementary aids versus the benefits of placement in special education settings? What are the effects on the other student's education? If a student is required an alternative setting, are appropriate opportunities to integration available? Is the full continuum of alternative school services made available across the school system, which chooses the appropriate placement? I think we should ask these questions to ourselves and to the team when determining placement for students, especially for students that might be more difficult to determine placement. This is a really good guideline, and I really like these questions, and I'm going to actually start implementing these questions in my meetings. So I also learned that my school really doesn't have an effective RTI manual yet. Like I stated earlier, we're new to RTI, but with the SIT team, some students slip through the cracks. So I really like the GATE model for RTI, and I feel like that would help identify students with EBD quicker. So that's what I learned.